Everyone, it's Willie Rich, the motivator. Hey, I got a good story for you again today. This story is going to help you change, help you be encouraged. I interviewed this young lady about a few months ago. This young lady had been going through some trouble and some pain in her life. She actually ended up getting a divorce. And in the process of that, she decided that she wanted to do something for her fellow mankind. So she decided that she wanted to run a triathlon. Now, in the process of wanting to run that triathlon, she knew it was going to take training and all kinds of development of herself, and especially mental development, in order for her to be able to do this. Because there's so many of you that have some purpose and some desires out there that you want to do, and you're just not motivated enough. Well, I believe I got the story today that's going to take you to the next level. It's going to motivate you to make you want to change. She wanted to run a triathlon, 33 miles through the biggest island in Hawaii. They called it the Lava Man Triathlon. This young lady decided that she wanted to do it for the Leukemia Foundation, and she had to raise a certain amount of money in order to do it. So she went out and she got friends and sponsors, all different types of people to sponsor her. But as she told me the story, what inspired me the most was I was listening to her said that she chose to wear 50 ribbons for people that had either died of cancer or they're survivors of cancer. Now, what inspired me was that the young lady said in her first mile of the race, she had to swim 1 mile. And the coral reefs and everything started tearing up and cutting her legs, and she ended up having a panic attack. And in the course of the panic attack, another one of her friends came back, got her, and they swam together to continue that part of the race as far as the swim part. At the end of that, it was now time for a 26-mile ride on a bike. This young lady said that there was like 20-mile-an-hour winds blowing in her face the whole entire time. It felt like she was going uphill the whole entire way. Here's the part that got me. She was cramping. Her legs were cramping. She had sprained her ankle at least 3 times in training for the event. She said that she wanted to quit so many times. But every single time she'd look down at that vest, she wore this vest with 50 ribbons on it, and the vest had everybody's name on it. Every one of those cancer survivors, or every one of those people that had died of cancer. And she wore that ribbon, and she wore that vest saying, if they can endure the things that they had to endure, surely I can endure this 33 miles for them. She said in her last 6 miles as she got off that bike, she said those legs felt like jello. She said she could barely walk. But she said as she began to jog, she began to look down at those ribbons, and she realized that she had to continue to do it for them. Now, her race took 5 hours. I don't even know what the finish time was for the first person who ran it. Nor do I know what the last time it was for anyone. But my main purpose was I was listening to her saying that it took her 5 hours not to run the race, but to finish the race. See, that's the difference. Many of us will run the race, but how many of us are willing to finish it? See, many of us will say, I can do this, but then the times get tough, the road gets rough, and then you decide that you don't want to do it anymore, you want to quit. Many people have done that today. Many people have just started on something and then just gave up. Oh, he's better than I am, or she looks better than I do, and then they just give up. This young lady said, not so. I got in this to finish. That's what I'm saying to you. Get in life to finish. Get in your situation on your job or wherever it is to finish. Don't start it and then quit. Finish. Make sure you believe that you've gotten to the finish line. She said when she got a few miles, or maybe when she got in the distance and she could see the finish line, she said she had a new burst of energy. And she said she sprinted the rest of the way as she crossed that finish line. Some of you are tired, I know. I've been down that road. I'm not saying we're not human. We get tired. We're supposed to. But it's not the tired part that gets us. It's the quitting part that gets us. I'm speaking to you today saying don't quit. Don't give up. I titled this story, The 50 Ribbons. I know there's some ribbons in your life. I know there's been some circumstances, some setbacks. I know there's been some disappointments, some heartaches. I know this. But I also know this much. That regardless of what you've been through in life, you've been predestined to be successful. You've been predestined not only to go over, but to go over big. You've been predestined to be successful. Maybe not financially, but someone believes in you. And let me be the first, if this is the first time you're hearing it. I believe in you. I believe you wear that jacket with those 50 ribbons. You wear it proud. And when you get close enough to that finish line, don't let them see you walking. Sprint through. Because if they did it, so can you. I believe in you today. Go be motivated. We'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.